What's up, Slay Bays? Hey, my name is Logan Spring, and I'm a healthy hair educator and curly hair specialist with Ecoslay Hair Care. And I am here today to talk about the most important step in your curly routine. Today, we're talking about drying. This is the most underrated step of them all. And let me just say, all of your hard work can so easily be undone while your hair is drying. That's why your drying strategy is so important and should definitely be something that you are focusing on and experimenting with, because it can literally make or break your curly results. Your goal when drying is to now move your hair as little as possible until it is completely dry. This is going to help your shape retention. It's going to lock in the style that you created, and it's going to keep frizz at bay for the long haul. So let's talk about a few different drying strategies that can help you get better results with this step of your routine. We didn't go anywhere. Listen, when it comes to drying, there are three main strategies: towel drying, air drying, and heat drying. Now, I don't personally think that any of these strategies is better than the other. I think it totally depends on what your goals are. Towel drying, for example, is great, especially for those of you who style your hair soaking wet in the shower. You can use a towel to help bring your hair to more of a damp state before you either air dry or heat dry to make it go faster. But you have to be super careful, because if you pull too much water out with that towel or rustle your hair around so much that the cuticle starts to lift and frizz starts to get created, then you're going to start running into some issues. So towel drying is great, but making sure you find that limit where you're removing enough water to be of convenience and make drying go faster, but not removing so much that you get frizz. There's a sweet spot there, and you just have to find it. Once your hair is partially dry, you essentially have two options. You can air dry, or you can use heat drying, things like diffusing or hood drying, to expedite the process a little bit more. Air drying is so easy. In fact, you don't actually have to do anything. You just let the air around you dry your hair. So it's more passive. It allows your hair to dry without exuding any effort. However, I will say that because it takes so much longer to air dry, it introduces more opportunity for frizz to happen. If you are the kind of person that's living an on-the-go lifestyle and you're trying to air dry and you're running around making breakfast and getting the kids in order or packing your stuff or picking things up or cleaning or doing whatever life throws at you, you're gonna be introducing frizz into your set style because your hair is moving around so much while it's drying. I tend to recommend it for people who are working from home or who have the ability to sit pretty still while their hair is drying so that frizz won't sneak up on you. The most important thing to remember is that every single time your hair moves while it's drying, it's an opportunity for frizz to take over. So moving your hair around as little as possible is key. I tend to recommend strategies such as diffusing and hood drying to those of you who have a little bit more of an on-the-go lifestyle, because simply it dries your hair faster. It removes many of the opportunities for frizz to take over your style because you're getting your hair to a place where that style is locked in much faster. The other beauty of diffusing is that it is super versatile. You can use that diffuser to set in and encourage even more style. In that regard, diffusing is actually an extension of your styling step. So if you want even more volume, if you want even more elongation, you can lock in these goals with your diffuser, and that makes it kind of fun. For example, if you're looking for a more elongated look, you can use the diffuser hovered above your head, pointed in a downward motion to encourage that elongation. It's going to help to push your hair longer while it's drying. This is also the perfect way to set a super solid cast that's going to protect your hair while it's drying. If you're going for a more encouraged look, you can flip the diffuser upside down and start scooping your curls up inside of it, holding it there to lock in a more curly or encouraged or voluminous shape. It's so fun to play with the diffuser, playing around with holding it very still, moving it around a bit while the hair is drying, and seeing what kinds of effects it has on your final results. There's also the hood dryer, which is the ultimate form of elongation. So for those of you who are really going for a more stretched out curl pattern, hood drying might just be for you. You can even use a nozzle attachment on your hair dryer and lock in the most elongated shape you can create. The biggest thing to remember is that the drying step is going to lock in whatever shape and look your hair has when it dries. Listen, Slay Baes, I cannot wait to hear how using these strategies and playing around with them in your routine helps you to get closer to your goals. Definitely make sure you tell me about how the strategies worked for you in the space below this video. And if you have any questions at all, take the quiz on the Ecoslay website or reach out to book a consultation with one of our product experts.